chose me so
Choose me
firm.
Okay, I remember. Perfect. Good. All right. So, I am busy today. I am late as usual, but it is okay. It is what it is. I am gonna go catch Pokemons. Pokémon, attrapez-les tous, c'est notre histoire. Ensemble pour la victoire, Pokémon, rien ne nous arrêtera. Notre amitié triomphera. Anyway, if I start singing this song, I'm gonna sing the whole thing. So, I just want to do a little bit of makeup before I go, and I want to finish this, which is why I'm streaming. Otherwise, I wouldn't be streaming. But because I wanted to finish this and I started it on stream, I have to finish it on stream. And so here we are. That's that. Other than that, I am late. So I'm going to start right now.
first.
And so firmly, not even like, let me look around.
Yeah.
It was very like, Baba, let's go. Baba, let's do this. Like, it's nice. It's she's getting won over because of course anyone would. So they're extremely flirty during all of this. Even the ping pong thing, it's like the book talk thing. They keep dropping the ball. So then he just like grabs her on the back of the neck.
What do you mean grab her on the back of the neck?
Like he gently grabs the back of her neck
to hold her head still with the ball. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
And everyone is like, oh, everyone sees the hand on the back of the neck and they're like, oh my goodness, that is crazy. So everyone's like, okay, they're gonna be end game. It's already blooming. And then another game that they come up with is everyone is just asked a question and then everyone does thumbs up or thumbs down. And on the count of 3, it was, do you have a crush on someone in the house right now? So everyone except for Zizi, who just got here 30 minutes ago, so it's understandable, everyone said yes. So both Tian and Bao Bao say yes, and based on their interactions, it would be very easy to assume that the interest between them is highly mutual. So that night, after the game ends, everyone goes back to their respective rooms. But at 9 p.m., all the boys receive a message on their phones saying, hi, the new female guest, Zizi, has invited you on a date at the outdoor kitchen. Please get ready and leave now.
All of them?
Yeah, Barry had this with the girls. He had lunch with all the girls. And now it's Zizi's turn to have dinner with all the guys. And there's this huge 6-person table next to the pool. And Zizi walks in and there's 6 empty chairs, right?
Yeah.
And people, the comments were going off. They're like, ooh, what chair she picks is going to be very important.
She decides where everyone sits?
Where she sits. Now, I didn't know this was a thing, but apparently in Chinese award shows, a lot of netizens analyze live stream footage of celebrities picking their chair. So they actually hate people who pick the center of the table.
Yeah. You haven't seen, like, whenever even people go on to the stage,
no one wants to be in the center.
Nobody. They're scared because some people will get canceled for just like standing in the middle. So who are you to stand in the middle?
Everyone fights. Yeah. Everyone's like, no, you. And then finally, whoever takes the center, it's almost like, I don't want to be here. And that's the only way people are happy with it.
Yeah, usually the senior or...
Yeah. Now, she immediately walks in, doesn't even hesitate, and sits at the center of one side. I didn't think that was a big deal. I thought it was normal because she's trying to get to know 5 different guys.
She's the main person.
Yeah,
so she has to.
A lot of netizens were upset by this. I think netizens were upset by the fact that she didn't even hesitate. And then I think a lot of these comments are mainly because everybody hates her. Like, this seems like we're kind of nitpicking. But anyway, she sits at the center of the table and then all of a sudden the guys come in and they sit around her.
So 1 on left, 1 on right, and 3 in front of her.
Yes.
Okay.
So they sit down, and the professor, he clearly is moving on from PR Lily. He was getting walked like a dog, and now he's moving on. PR Lily has been very much into Barry. She's been respectful, but it's very clear she's into Barry, and he is also very much into Zizi. So she starts guessing everybody's MBTIs, and she's actually pretty good. But I think MBTIs are most people in East Asia can guess people's MBTIs because it's like they know what everything stands for. It's very easy to tell if someone's introverted or extroverted. Wow. So it's like a thing in Korea too. They'll like guess your MBTI and it's usually like maybe 1 letter apart and it's never the I or E. It's like I think the T or the J or something like that. Okay. So she's like guessing everyone's MBTIs. It's going well. Everyone seems like it's just like a very cordial time. Like nothing particularly is happening except for the fact that she's like, oh yeah, professor, you're INTJ, right? And then he's like, you remember? And she's like, yeah, because we're the same. So he's like really happy that she remembers this conversation that they had apparently an hour ago. Like, I mean, I would hope so that she remembers. But he's really happy about this. And then she goes on guessing everybody else's MBTIs, which, by the way, people are so upset that she's an INTJ. And I don't think she's an INTJ.
Oh.
Because he's an INTJ, so now every time I meet an INTJ, I feel like I can kind of guess when they're an INTJ. She's not giving an INTJ. She's giving so extroverted. Holy shit. It's crazy. You would never. You could never. You couldn't even if you wanted to. You would literally physically shut down after an hour of that. Like, it would be bad. So she's like, oh yeah, I'm an INTJ. Anyway, this is important later. But they're all talking. The comments are like, look at the professor. The professor is drooling. And then you see a bunch of the comments, just like Bao Bao, very ominous. They say, Professor, you're going to regret this. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then afterwards, she says, well, do you guys have any questions for me, like about my career or anything? And netizens really didn't like this because it just felt like, why can't they ask you questions about you as a person? It almost seems like you want to talk about your career.
Brag.
Yes, it feels like you're fishing for compliments. It was just weird.
People are nitpicky as
Just
fuck.
weird. Nobody responds, and Tian is sitting on her right side, and Tian looks at her and asks the question of, so what type of guy do you like? Now, in America, this is a very normal question to ask. It's like nothing. Like, what kind of person are you interested in? This is the first type of question that you ask. Apparently, Tiffany was telling me, in Chinese dating, it's actually quite flirty. Like, very flirty. Because it doesn't just mean, like, what kind of guy do you like? It means I need to know if you can like me. Because I think I can like you.
Okay.
Like it's a lot of
with that?
undertone meanings.
You only ask that to someone that you like.
Yeah,
so it's
because-
almost like telling her, like, I like
This
you,
shit
like
is
I want to
almost
know.
empty.
Yeah, because I think the underlying feeling is if you're not interested in anyone, you don't want to know who they're interested in because
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you're putting yourself in a weird situation of like, what if they're interested in you and then you just open the door and then you made it seem like you're interested and then it's like, ah. So she was saying it's kind of flirty. And others are commenting like, wow, this guy is so straightforward. So throughout this whole time, the professor is the only one looking at her, paying attention to every single one of her answers. And she's like, let me think. Okay, I like someone who is detail-oriented, someone who knows how to handle other people's emotions, and someone who isn't so full of themselves. And when she says full of themselves, she immediately looks at the professor.
Oh.
Okay.
To the point that it's uncomfortable, and everyone is like chuckling because it's like such a weird, uncomfortable moment. And then she's like, no, like I wasn't trying to look at you. I was looking at everyone. But everyone is just like, what's happening? Like this felt really mean and targeted out of nowhere. Like she just made eye contact with him and was like, wasn't so full of themselves. And it's just weird. It's weird. So the professor is like, what is your ideal state of life? Like, what do you enjoy doing in life? Like, what do you like about your lifestyle, your job, or anything? People hate this answer. She says, I think my ideal state is that I want to have a space that makes me feel safe. So I really don't like very complicated and complex industries for work. I don't like open or internal competitions. Like I just like to be very chill, go with the flow, comfortable state of life.
Okay.
And people,
What's the problem with
netizens,
that?
hated this.
Jesus.
Because especially in China, I mean, we've done other types of episodes, but the entertainment industry is so cutthroat. It's aggressive. It's kind of miserable for a lot of people when they're trying to make a name for themselves. Even when they have made a name, people are so tough on them. Like it's a very depressive, anxiety-inducing industry a lot of the times. But her response is so disconnected from reality. So it almost gives the feeling that she is probably a Nepo baby and got in that way. So it's been easier for her. Or the second thing is like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And it almost seems like she's responding to this answer the way she thinks guys like, without having any truth in it. It's like, oh, I'm just like a really chill person. And it's like, okay, but this, I don't know. Like, what do you mean you don't like competition? The entertainment industry is highly competitive. Like, it's weird. Some people didn't like it. I don't know. I was very neutral about it. I didn't really care at this point, but she gets crazy. She does get crazy. So then that night, the only people that are connected together with the text messages are Finance Bro and Chen71. They both text each other. Jico and Influencer J, they both text each other. And then Tian and Bao Bao, they both text each other. Whereas the remaining is this. The professor texts ZZ, the new girl. ZZ texts Barry the American. Broadcaster Mimi texts Barry the American. Barry the American texts PR Lily. PR Lily still texts the professor, I think more so out of politeness.
Okay.
So those are the only three that mutually texted each other. And now there are more girls than there are guys. And the next day, this is her first official day. So she gets a privilege from the program, which is she gets to invite someone that she is interested in to join her for pool breakfast, like breakfast at the pool. She decides that she's going to text American Barry to join her at the pool. He shows up, and let me tell you something. Barry, the minute that he saw all the girls, ZZ included, he has been eyes for PR Lily and nobody else. And it's so obvious to every single person there. Like, he is obsessed with PR Lily. He gets to the pool, and it's very clear that it's a platonic date. He's dressed like he is going to train in like a Navy SEAL Team 6 or something, like full black bodysuit, wetsuit. He sits down. They're half submerged in the water. They don't even get in the water. Like, you know how even in Singles Inferno, they get in the water? And it's like, no, you come here. No, you come here, right? They don't do that. They don't do that. So they're just sitting there eating, and he's chowing. That's how I know you don't like someone on the first date, when you're chowing down. He's chowing. And then she's just asking questions, and he's just answering it like he's eaten with a coworker during break time. And he starts asking about Professor. Oh, and then she's like, I chose you because my first impression of you was so good, because last night when I first came, I was so nervous and you made me something to drink, which, by the way, he only did that because PR Lily was making her a drink. And so she's like, I just don't know if you were trying to be nice, but it was really sweet, or like maybe you're just someone who takes care of everyone. And he goes, oh yeah, I just wanted to share a drink with everyone. So, and then he goes, oh, okay, well, that's such a pure thought. And she's trying to move on. Barry's like, I don't give a fuck. Every time she tries to bring up something, he's like, you know who is really cool? The coolest guy here? The professor. Now, Barry, you little shit, I know why you're doing this too, because he knows that PR Lily and the professor were connected before he came. So it's like two birds, one stone. But he also knows the professor is interested in ZZ. Okay, so he's like, we might as well go on a double date. So he keeps pushing the professor. And he's like, he's very grounded. I talked to him personally, and he studies the arts. He has a PhD in the arts. And the minute that he says this, ZZ's expression is just like, like she seems exhausted.
Like a switch?
Yeah. And she's
what's the undertone reason?
I think it's so, okay, this is where netizens think it's annoying, because she could have easily just said, oh yeah, no, he's so kind. He's just not really my type. Like, I think he's so cool. Yeah. It's just not, we're not really, like, there's no started. And nobody is more extroverted than this bitch who says she's INTJ, right?
Yeah.
So then he's like, well, maybe because it's in a group setting, I do think that he's the type to try and make everyone feel comfortable, which I do see throughout the show. He seems like he tries to fill awkward silences and ask people questions so that they don't feel uncomfortable.
Okay, so it seems like the sign comes from she actually just doesn't like the professor.
But like, you can be nice. You can be a nice person and not like someone. You don't have to like anyone, right?
Yeah, of course.
But it's just, she's so rude about it. And I think maybe some people that grew up in the States might not see the perspective of Chinese netizens, but this is like really rude.
Yeah.
It's considered really rude. And it has nothing to do with, I know in America it's more like gendered, where it's like, oh, why can't a woman just straight up say, hey, I don't like you, right? And normally I'm all about that too. But the professor has been nothing but kind. He is not being creepy.
I need to get my tea. But she sounds like a bee. But I also, look, Stephanie is giving us her perspective. But I'll be damned if I judge a woman before a man. So I need to hear the whole story. Obviously, because it's Stephanie telling her, and she's already quite biased about it. It's not going to be easy, but I still want to keep a clear head. Clear-minded head, clear head. Anyway. As objective as possible, considering this situation. But anyway, I'm going to go grab my tea.
She could just be nice and just say, oh yeah, I mean, he doesn't fit especially when they're on national TV. Yeah. It's not even like they're doing this in private. That's fine too. But on national TV is a lot. So she's just like, yeah, but I just don't think that he's introverted. And he's like, well, you too, you're INTJ, but you seem, you know, a little more bubbly. And then she says, yeah, but it's because I like to pretend to be extroverted. And it's like, okay, well, why don't you think the professor is doing the same goddamn thing on the show? And so he's like, yeah. I mean, I think when you talk to him alone, you'll see that he's very different alone than in a group setting. It's completely different. Like, we're both in the same dorms, and I feel like I could sit down and he's just a different person, but he can keep the conversation going. And then she goes, but the longer hair.
Okay, now it's the hair. Okay.
Yeah, and then she's like, I don't know how to put it. It's just maybe because I went to like the Beijing Film Academy, but like his hair just reminds me a lot of classmates from school. And it's like basically PTSD. I feel like I'm back in college and I'm just like, oh my God, no. I don't even want to look at him because it makes me feel like I'm in college. And like the whole artist identity, I can't. Like that combination does not work for me.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And again, you are also someone in the arts. Why are you looking down on him?
Yeah.
It's just really, it's just nasty. It's just mean.
Is this like her first sign of showing what kind of person she is?
Yeah. And if you compare this to how everybody else acts on the show, this is crazy. And then he's like, oh, is it because of his appearance? Like maybe you hung out with a lot of people with longer hair in school? Yeah, honestly, too many. So it's very clear she's not interested in the professor. But again, she could have chosen nicer words. So then Barry goes after the date to tell the professor that he did bring up the professor and this is what she said. And he was just saying it and like, just in case you wanted to know what's going on. Like it just seemed like mainly the hair, you remind her of some classmates in college. The professor was a little upset that Barry did this because he didn't want Zizi to feel pressured. He didn't want Zizi to think that the professor is like, go ask her about me, and then that burden be on her. So it's clear that a lot of people other than Zizi have a little bit more EQ. Barry, this was like I think he meant well, but just some people were a little annoyed by it, but not a big deal. Barry's been nice other than that. So the next day, they're going on dates again, and the guys get to choose from a number box, and the number that they choose is whoever gets to pick their date first. And once they pick a girl for the date, nobody else can pick that girl. But instead of just picking the girls have decided that they're going to choose flowers to represent their personalities, and the guys will pick the flowers and hope that it's the girl that they want to go on a date with.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and then people wrote like little notes next to the flower of why they chose the flower.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to try and figure out which flower is the girl that you like. What flower would I choose? It could be an herb too.
Oh, they pick herb too?
Yeah, or a flower, like a dried herb. Don't say cilantro. No, because I would. Yeah.
Green onion? Onion princess? Somebody? Like if you put an onion right there, I will know that's you. Yeah, yellow onion, green onion. Just put an onion there. But that's Stephanie right there.
Anyway, so they choose the flowers that the girls have picked. So Barry picks PR Lily, Professor picks Zizi, Finance Bro Chen71, Jiku the influencer, Tian and Bao Bao. And Tian is the last one to make the decision. So by this time, it was really between Bao Bao and broadcaster Mimi. They were the only ones with flowers left, and he could tell. And then he says in the confessional later, like, when I had to choose, there was only 2 girls left. But he keeps emphasizing that. It's not like, oh, when I went, I was excited because I thought that was Bao Bao.
He has no choice?
Yeah, but he just keeps emphasizing, I just want everyone to know that there were only 2 girls left when I had to choose, and so I chose Bao Bao. So broadcaster Mimi, she doesn't get to go on a date. She has to stay in the villa, and she's really sad about it. Everybody else goes on their little dates. And the professor is so excited to see Zizi. He even brings her a sun protection jacket, which is a really big deal in China because everybody likes sun protection, UV hats, UV umbrellas, UV everything.
Did you know Chinese map tells you which side of the road you should walk on? Because the sun, one side will cover by the building shades. So when you do the Google map to walk to somewhere, they will tell you walk this route with the least amount of sun.
I didn't know that.
Christ.
How so clever, good, right?
The sun is not going to kill you.
So clever. I need one with smells in the city. Oh, especially when they got the little like potholes that are steaming. And you're like, what's cooking down there? Because why? Why am I walking past a whole steam shower of just smog? Like, I need one of those, okay? But anyway, Zizi, she gets into the car and he tells her, I brought you a sun protection jacket. She doesn't even look up from her phone. She's like, okay. And he's like, I'll put it in the back. She doesn't make eye contact. No, thank you, nothing. Okay.
She's annoyed, huh?
Yeah, she responds to him as if he is her butler.
I think she has to be a Nepo baby.
No, I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
How could you even get into the industry and get so far without even playing the game right?
Yeah.
Because she obviously just does whatever she wants.
Yeah, and everyone can tell she's a Nepo baby because she just acts like a spoiled little brat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she's sitting there next to him and they're going to go canoeing later. But first they're getting some iced coffee. So she's sitting there and he's just trying to make conversation. He's like, oh, do you have anything more memorable that happened yesterday? Like, let's talk about your day. How was your first day or whatever? Something memorable from yesterday? I guess it was when I walked into the room yesterday. I felt like everybody was so confused and I was also really confused myself. Yeah, it was when we were all chit-chatting in the living room. Because I actually have massive social anxiety. I was actually really scared. Yeah, then you were alone with the 5 of us and, when you... I just felt so awkward about that.
What?
She just keeps cutting this guy off in a way that's really aggressive and always back to her. He keeps trying to ask her more outward questions. He's like, the most memorable part was when I walked in and everybody was shocked. Oh yeah, I felt so awkward. It's just like not a good conversationalist. It's not necessarily nefarious, but just you suck at talking. She was like, oh, and he reassures her, well, I didn't think you were awkward at all when we were all having dinner with the 5 guys and you. I wasn't awkward. Maybe I was awkward on the inside.
Does she want to be awkward?
In fact, there was something that you said yesterday that really left a strong impression on me. What did I say? I don't remember. It was so late yesterday. The things you mentioned about your school, what you like about it, what you've seen in your major and all your thoughts and opinions on that. And, I think that it's really cool because I'm usually, I'm rarely direct. I'm usually sometimes I'm too direct. And that's my issue. But even though it's my problem, I'm never going to change the fact that I'm direct.
Okay.
Yeah, I did notice that you were really decisive when it comes down to things. And there's a little flashback that's played in the car. She hangs up the phone. She was on the phone with someone. Nobody knows who. And she goes, oh my God, I just hung up. I hung up and they were still talking. I thought they were done.
Huh?
Which again, okay.
Okay.
And he goes, yeah, I feel like you're very decisive. Usually when I'm hanging up the phone, I like to wait to make sure we're hanging up, because that's the normal thing. That's why the Koreans do the and then you hang up. If you don't do at least that, someone's mad at you, right? But immediately she shoots him with you're just like my grandpa.
God damn.
Yeah, he's like,
right.
that's so hurtful. And he's like being playful. He's like, oh, that's so hurtful. You talk like, hey, and you drag it on. And and I just want my grandpa to talk faster. I'm like, talk faster. And he literally says in the car, I'm sorry, I'll speak faster then.
He's just getting braided. He came here for a date, but got a whole lecture instead.
Yes. So
he's like, yes, man. Okay.
Yes.
What else do you want me to change?
And he's so nervous that even later after the car ride, they're sitting there yapping, and he goes, "Am I still speaking too slowly? It's fine. It's normal speed." And he's like, "I feel like I have to talk like this now for it to be considered a normal speed." I guess speaking slowly is also good sometimes. It shows that you're emotionally stable. That's not what you said earlier. You said I was like your grandpa. What's wrong with my grandpa? I like my grandpa. He's amazing.
She's fighting.
Everyone
She's already fighting.
Everyone in the comments is saying everyone has dealt with someone like her. This, even before you know the crazy shit that she actually does, this people don't like because no one likes a contrarian. No one likes to hang out with someone that's like, oh, I can totally feel, you feel frustrated. No, but it's not like I feel frustrated. Like, I just feel
Yeah, they have a comeback for everything you say.
Yeah, like everything is no, but not only that, or no, it's not that, it's exactly that. They're like, you dumb bitch, I'm gonna punch someone in the face. I hate that so much. Or it's like they like pink one day and then the next day you're like, oh, your favorite color is pink, and it's like, I actually don't have favorite colors because I think it's juvenile to have a favorite color. And then you're like, oh my God, you're so exhausting. That's her. She just called it, and then she's like, why would you say that? My grandpa is amazing. And he's like, no, it's just being compared to a grandpa at my age is probably not a good thing. And at this point, netizens, they're over it. She's not even making eye contact with him for most of this conversation. She's looking at her phone.
She on her phone. It's crazy.
Damn.
And then she tells him, like, I just have an extreme personality. For me, I would never say, like, it's fine, it's okay, it's never fine. It's either I like it or I don't like it, and that's it. There's no middle ground for me. And everyone's like, these are the words that come out of, like, a really spoiled, privileged little brat. Like, what do you mean? So much shit in life is the gray area. Okay, what are you talking about? People also say that they hate people who love advertising themselves as blunt and straightforward and direct. And it's like, no, you're just kind of a cunt. Like, you're just kind of ruining everyone's day and you're a bitch. That's not something to think about as a positive thing. So then afterwards, they get on a canoe. And obviously, Professor is in the back. And she just is talking to herself. She's like, God, do I have some sort of weird connection with water today? Like, I feel like everything is around water today. And no one even knows what she's talking about. But she says, but I like playing with water, so I guess that's fine. Professor responds, me too, even though she says, do you realize that the wind is blowing in this direction? She doesn't care about anything he's saying about himself. Do you realize that the wind is blowing in this direction? We're not moving anymore. We have to use our strength now. He's like, okay, let me try. You don't have to try rowing. I'll try canoeing. Just point in the direction. Like, where do you want to go? And in less than 5 seconds, Zizi is already irritated because they're slightly tilted in the wrong direction. And she's like, that's not right. You're going in the wrong direction. Row to this side. And then she complains again, like, you rode to the hottest part. Like, this is now we have to hide from the sun.
Damn, she's just like
annoying.
Like, just
mind you, the canoe tilted like 10 degrees.
Yeah.
He's not even going anywhere, honestly. And it's not like either of them know how to fucking canoe. Okay, apparently it's like the last family vacation we took, we canoed. I didn't canoe. I already knew that was not a good idea for me. Okay, I would have been turned upside down. But everyone was saying, do you know how hard canoeing is? So he's like putting in all the work.
Is he still into her at this point? Or you feel like the feeling is changing?
No, he's going to keep being into her. And you're going to want to rip your hair off. And he's like, it's okay. Trust me. Just don't move. And she hits back, I don't trust you. And it's just so rude. It's not even like a cute, like, no, I don't trust you. It's like I don't trust you. Well, I don't trust you. Okay.
This is wow.
Also, he's not asking you to trust him with like your children. It's like, trust him to row a canoe once. It's fine. You don't have to say that. And she keeps being like, I want to go to the middle. It's a lot cooler in the middle. Like, I want to go in the middle. And he's still trying to make the best of the situation. And he's like, oh yeah, when I go fishing with my friends, I always want them to ride the boat. And then she's like, hey, use your phone and record something for me. Cuts him off again.
Damn.
So they had this whole task where they have to record audio sounds of things that are memorable for their date for later. And she's like, record the water. So he brings out his phone, stops canoeing, and she's like just splashing her hand in the water. And I'm like, you went to the Beijing Film Academy? Have a more original idea, you bozo. Sorry. I'm so annoyed. So then she starts like splashing her hands in the water, right? And then he's like done. And she immediately is like, did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God, I'm so stressed. And then this is the first date they're on. I don't even do this with you and we've been together so long. He doesn't respond because I'm sure the video is saving and he's trying to find the video. Like, this is also not his phone. These are phones that they're given during the show so they can text each other. So he's like trying to find out where the photo album is probably. And she starts tapping on the boat. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Bro.
Wow.
You wouldn't even do that with your partner unless this is the energy if we're on a date and we're already trying to fight or something. Like, that's crazy. Who does that? It's so rude.
Yeah.
It's so rude. Everyone's just saying the entire interaction is suffocating. Later, she wants to record this audio of her hitting her canoe paddle against the rocks near the shore. And the whole time that she's hitting, she's like, hit, did you get it? Hit, did you get it? Hit, did you get it? And I'm like, bro, all you can hear is, did you fucking get it? And then eventually...
That should be the song bit. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it?
And then he stops responding. And then she's like, you probably got it. It's just so infuriating. People are just like, everyone has dealt with someone like Zizi and no one likes hanging out with Zizi. But it is only going to get worse from here because there is about to be a 3-person date that occurs.
Including Zizi?
Yeah. It's about to be a show. It's going to be Zizi, Professor, and Tien.
Oh, so Professor likes Zizi?
Yeah, the
Zizi hates
professor.
this same couple,
Yes.
but along with Tian.
Yeah. And the way someone's gonna get cucked. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Someone's gonna get cucked.
Cucked.
Let me guess. Zizi.
Heated
Whoa.
secrets.
Oh, computer?
So with that being said, stay tuned for part 2. This is just getting you familiarized with the people. This is nothing. Absolutely nothing happens in this episode. Just you wait. This is nothing compared to what's about to go down because every single person is going to need therapy after this reality show. So with that being said, I'll see you in part 2.
Okay, so far, the new bombshell has entered the villa, and she's a bit obnoxious. But I haven't met the devil that she be talking about yet. I guess we're gonna have to see in this episode. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. Oh. Oh. Oh no, I want to, but I'm not sure.
Welcome to part 2 of this insanely long Chinese drama that is like 32 episodes long. If you haven't listened or seen video 1, part 1, you need to go watch that first because there's no way that I can describe what's about to happen. This is a Chinese reality show called Secretly in Love where every single person comes with this explosive, not so explosive. It's like a mid-level diarrhea secret. It's not like hold the walls and be sweating in the bathroom type of secret. It's just like an okay secret, or at least so far. Don't quote me on that because I haven't finished like the last remaining episodes. So they come in with a secret and they all fall in love with each other, or at least that's the premise. They spend 10 days in this isolated villa going on dates with one another, and it actually had the premise of a mediocre reality show. Everyone thought it was going to be whatever, like just another show that people watch when they're bored. However, the presence of two beings, you've got Zizi, she's an actress, a Nepo baby actress, allegedly. Then you have Tian. Tian is just, no one knows. I think he's unemployed, but he's just kind of like a pickup artist. Those are the two people that decide that they're going to wreak havoc and ruin everybody's life on this show. Collectively, together, the two of them. So in part 1, we went over all the dates, all the couples that are matched. And in part 2, I'm just gonna dive in. In part 1, we talked about how the professor and Zizi went on their god-awful date. Well, this time, Tian and Bao Bao go on to a date because they were the last ones picked. So they just begrudgingly go on this date. Bao Bao's actually really excited. And the whole date itself goes really well. They're flirting on the bridge. Like at one point, she's trying to be more brave because they've already liked each other a lot thus far. So she's standing on the left side of him and she asks him, what do you think of the view on the left? And he's like, I don't really even want to look. It's so beautiful. It takes my breath away. I can't even look to my left. They're also on a really high bridge and he's really scared of heights, little bitch. I'm so scared of heights, by the way. Okay, I just hate him. He looks at her and she's like, I actually have something to ask you. Can we just pause and talk here for a moment? And she's teasing him because he's like, I gotta get off this bridge. So eventually they go to this little campsite where they're gonna have lunch and he's gonna grill fish and meat and they're gonna eat together and they're just chit-chatting. And it's, I mean, they seem like if you just saw these parts of them flirting on their dates, you would think that they're falling in love.
But he just doing his thing.
He's just doing the damn thing. I mean, they just look so compatible. They look like they're giggling and gaggling. He's
So
making
every
sure.
girl that he's talking to only sees how
Yes.
good he is.
He makes it seem like he has only ever seen Bao Bao. He's never seen anything else in life. And he's even like, oh, are you hot? He notices that she's getting a little sweatier. So he's like, oh, let me just go buy you something icy from
That's
the store.
so interesting. So him and Zizi are like opposite. Zizi doesn't like someone, she can give two fucks about that person. So rude about it. For him, he doesn't even like the girl that much, but he's acting like head over heels. So they're opposites of each other almost. Both are red flags.
Oh, yeah.
But out of these two, who's the bigger red flag?
I think Zizi is worse because I think outside of the show, none of these girls would have given Tian the day, like the time of day.
But they would because he will love bomb you.
No.
Okay.
No, the way it's, you know what this reminds me of? Temptation Island, where I'm like, do these guys not realize that outside this villa, 0 girls would ever think they're attractive, but instead they're over here like,
You know, these girls are making me realize what I deserve in life.
and it's like, you deserve to rot in a hole, you weirdo. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I think ZZ, just wait. When you know what I know about ZZ, you're going to die.
Okay.
So then Bao Bao, she's waiting there while he's getting ice cream. And the minute it's like torrential downpour just starts raining. So he grabs the ice cream, he grabs the iced coffee, and then he grabs an umbrella and he runs to her. And she's holding like a bamboo leaf to cover her from getting rained on. And it's like this so a cute moment. He's like screaming, Bao, it's raining, Bao. And then he's coming with the umbrella. And he's like, here, these are for you, the ice cream. Let's go back. Let's get shelter from the rain. So they're running in the rain to get shelter, and it's just cute. He's holding her elbow to keep her steady so she doesn't slip because it's raining, and as sweet as this is, it's gonna be freaking horrible. Netizens are pulling their hair out because she's about to get heartbroken. Everyone's like, Bao, just run away, run the other direction.
Dang.
That night, remember how every day you have to record the audios of the most important moments. So they do this thing where they sit everyone down in the living room and each of them go up to the TV, put on their headphones, and they listen to the audios that were recorded on their date. And their date sends them a voice message. And all of them have to ask whether or not you want to continue. So each of them, it's like, if you want to continue, just hold up the okay sign. So
Okay.
no one knows what that sign is except for the person with the headphones in and obviously the person that recorded it. So it's like a good way. Everyone can kind of get a vibe of how everyone felt about their prospective dates, but also your date will know if you want to continue going up. Now, this is where it gets weird. Remember how ZZ was such an ass to the professor on their date? Just like everyone was like, this is it. Game over. These are just like a match made in hell. She goes and listens to the audio the professor said, and he has to tell her like, oh, if you want to continue dating me, then give me the okay sign. She stands up and smiles and gives the okay sign. So everyone's like, what the is happening? So the professor, in his very, very empathetic mind, he tells the confessionals, he thinks that she's just a really direct person.
Yeah.
So he's not taking this as she's fucking rude.
Yeah.
He's taking this as like she's just a very maybe aggressive, maybe direct, and maybe I'm just too passive. And it throws me off, but it doesn't mean that she doesn't like me because clearly she gave me the okay sign. And he gives her a thumbs up with her message. So they're mutually into it.
Because we INTJs,
Yeah.
we don't play games.
Wait, she's an INTJ.
Yeah, but like I'm saying him
Yeah.
though. For him to perceive it that way, it's like, you know. Yeah.
That was very frustrating. Like, you know the games of like pull away, push away, you know?
Pull over.
He's just like, hey, I don't get what you're doing. Like, let's just talk. I'm like, I just want to be chased. He's like, I can do that. Run. I'm like, hello? So then he's like, okay, we're into each other. Tian and Bao Bao, they also mutually decide that they're in together. You know, everyone's deciding that they're all into each other. And I will say that from everyone's perspective, Tian and Bao Bao are a solid couple. Because they've been kind of together since the very beginning. And
Yeah.
from everyone's perspective, they keep going together.
Yeah.
They keep going on dates. They keep doing punishments together. They keep being cute together in front of everyone. And from Bao Bao's perspective, like they're the most solid couple here. So just keep that in mind. And then an announcement after this game is announced where in order for everyone to know each other better, we will announce one person's secret. So they're going to play someone's secret. And everyone is just nervous. They don't want it to be their secret. It's part of the show, but no one wants to be vulnerable like that. But this time, the TV turns on and it's ZZ's name. And her secret is about to be revealed, even though she's the newest person here.
Yeah.
But they tell everyone that ZZ is the one that requested her secret to be revealed. She said that since she's the last one to arrive, she thought that this would help people get to know her better. And she didn't want to seem distant. She wanted people to see her for who she is and why she is the way she is. And so her secret is when she was 15 years old, she was bullied in high school. Which, by the way, the netizens were being so mean about this. They were like, we'll get bullied again, dumb bitch. Okay, so I personally was not vibing with that because I'm like, I don't think that's a good thing. Then you find out some things about her character and you're like, I don't know if this story's true. Okay. So I will say, just keep that in mind. Okay. She said that there was a female senior who like beat her up. I don't know.
So she got bullied in school, right?
And she says she still has a scar because she got beat up. But now everyone in hindsight thinks that she started the fight, which sounds victim blamey, but like just wait, it gets really weird. And then she's just talking about how it's been really hard and that's why she's so direct. And the professor is sitting there watching this and he's connecting the dots. In his mind, he reminds her of her school days. Remember? She said that to Barry.
Right.
And she was bullied in school. So he's like, oh, no wonder she has this adverse reaction to me.
Yeah.
And he even contemplates cutting his hair.
Dang.
Because his hair reminds her of people from her school.
Wait. How long is his hair?
It is like,
Shoulder?
yeah, it's not that long. It's like enough to tie up in a small, tiny little mullet.
Does it look good or no?
I think it looks cool. I think it makes him look really artistic.
Right. But she hated exactly that.
Yeah,
Okay.
she hates it. So then he's like, oh, wow, I didn't even know. And maybe the reason that she's so direct and is so firm on her boundaries and just not even boundaries. Okay, she's just honestly rude, but he's just like brainwashing himself. A lot of people say the professor and Bao Bao love to brainwash themselves, okay? So he's like, that makes sense because she was bullied and it was so big and everyone is just sad and depressed. And Zizi herself is crying and she's like, this happened a long time ago. And when I came here, I was actually really worried about staying in a dorm-like setting because a lot of that happened in dorm-like settings. I was dragged to the top bunk when I was younger in high school and I was beaten up in the middle of the night. And she's like, I have a scar to prove it. And she like shows her scar. And again, I was sympathetic, but then later I get confused because like, none of this makes sense. You can tell when someone's been bullied because the way they behave around others, I think my radar is super quick to pick up when someone feels uncomfortable in a group setting because I think I know what that feels like. So I'm like, oh, I can tell that joke didn't land right with them and now they feel like they're being attacked. Does that make sense? But then people are saying she doesn't have that. In fact, she's the bully. In other settings now as an adult. I'm not saying that this experience didn't happen. I'm saying if this experience did happen and she's a bully as an adult, that makes it even worse because you know what it feels like to be bullied and you're still going to be a bully is even more fucked up.
Interesting. Okay.
Right. So anyway, she was like, yeah, like this is what happened. And she's crying. The girls are crying. Everybody is like crying. And it becomes this really emotional moment. Even Barry, the American, who only sees her as a platonic friend, he's tearing up. Everybody feels so much sympathy for her. They're giving her so much comfort. Even later, when they go back to their rooms, all the girls are in the girls' dorm and they're trying to give her some strength and be like, you don't have to feel comfortable around us. And like, so who cares if you're not bubbly and happy and open? Like, we think that this is who you are and we accept you and like we love you and like if you ever feel uncomfortable, just tell us. Like everybody is just in that mood of wanting to be close with her and she's just explaining, I know sometimes I might come off as distant, but it's just because I'm trying to protect myself. And the girly pups are like, no, don't explain yourself, never apologize, stop, don't do that, like we get it. And so a lot of the girls, they decide, okay, that was exhausting. I'm going to go to bed. So they're getting ready for the night. But Zizi, Bao Bao, and broadcaster Mimi are sitting outside having a late night chat. And Bao Bao, she's finally becoming a little bit more open. Like she was very vocal about trying to support Zizi when this bullying secret came out. And Zizi is like, let's talk about something. It's only been 2 days, but I feel like everybody is too locked in with their couples. And then she pats Bao Bao on the shoulder and is like, you should just feel it out first before you really settle down. Like, you should try to figure out if this is what you want. Broadcaster Mimi and Zizi are like, yeah, like this is just a lot. And broadcaster Mimi got a little bit of hate for this, but she was saying how the very first day she was interacting with Barry a lot, like nonstop. But when it was his time to choose a date, he didn't choose her. He chose PR Lily. Now, a lot of people didn't like it because she phrased it almost as like, you never know what guys are feeling. Like, guys are so fickle. But a lot of people who saw what happened, they're like, no, you kept talking to Barry and he wasn't rude. He was just talking to you like a platonic friend. But like, we could see from the outside, he wasn't giving you any signals. Like, he wasn't being rude. He wasn't shutting you down. But also, it was very clear he's interested in someone else. But you kept going and you spent time with him. And then now you're saying like you were shocked that he chose somebody else for the date. So people are saying it just was like an icky feeling. Nothing bad, just like that's just kind of not how it went down. And then Zizi brings up the idea of like, no, I think everyone's too locked in. Like everybody needs to be unlocked in. And the way that Zizi is talking, it's almost conspiratorial. She could just be frustrated. She could just say like, yeah, I guess I feel weird because it feels like everybody's, found their coupling and I just don't know how to really interact with anyone anymore. And it just feels off-putting. Like, I don't know what to do. I just feel uncomfortable. She could have said that, but she's like, no, everyone is too locked in. It feels like she's conspiring to do something. And around this time, Jiko walks by and Bao Bao is like, hey, can you see if Tian is awake and call him downstairs?
What? Oh, okay.
So Baba's like, I want to talk to Tian, right? And so Jiko's like, yeah, sure. Jiko walks up and he goes to Tian. Tian's on his phone and is like, hey, they're calling you downstairs. Tian's smiling. He's like, who? Oh, Bao Bao. And instantly his face changes. And this face change is not even like from smiley to like slightly disappointed. It was just like, ugh. It was the face change. It wasn't like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, okay.
Dang.
It was like, so Jiko is like, they're asking you to come down.
So does he know who is down there or no idea?
No.
He just heard a girl wants him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, who? Found out it was Bao Bao? Lame.
And then Jiko is like, oh yeah, and there's also like 2 other girls. It's like the 3 of them together. And finally he's like, oh, okay. And Jiko is like, okay, well, should you go down? And he's like, in a minute. It's like he's playing games. He wants them to wait. So he's like smiling on his phone now that he knows it's not just Bao Bao, it's 2 other people there. And it's just really gross. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I'm going to go down later. So eventually he comes back down and this whole situation is painfully awkward. It's like nothing from Bao Bao and Tian's date is there. He was being so lovey-dovey. All of a sudden, he's so cold.
Ooh. So what's just 4 of them sitting there?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Zizi is sitting on the table. Mimi's sitting in front of her. And then Tian sits down like facing Zizi. Bao Bao's sitting on his other side and she keeps trying to scoot closer to him and he just won't even like look in her direction.
So he right now interested in
Zizi.
Zizi.
Yeah.
Oh, so he okay, I see.
And he's eating a piece of fruit. He's just very closed off body language to Bao Bao. And she, like I said, she's very emotionally in tune. She could tell that there was a shift that night. So she's like, oh, okay, like this is nothing like from the past few dates. This is nothing like the date that we just went on. Literally out of nowhere, he switched up on her. However, Bao Bao is so understanding. This honestly, Zizi and Tian are kind of flirting. She could have felt backstabbed by Tian, by Zizi, who just was like, oh, everyone's too locked in. Let me flirt with your man, right? But instead, she's really understanding. And she's like, I just wanted to clarify with Tian if he wants to talk to other people. I don't want him to feel pressured because of me. Like, he's obviously, like, that's his right to do so. And then at this point, Bao Bao gets called to do her confessional for the night. So that's why they were awake. So she's like, okay, like, let me go do my confessional. I'll be right back. Zizi immediately turns to Tian and is like, you guys are all coupled up together. It's so locked in. Everybody is just like mutually interested in everyone. Like everyone's locked in.
Is she saying this? Is Bao Bao still there or no?
The minute Bao Bao leaves,
she says that.
Yes. And then she goes like, you and her have mutual interest towards each other. And he could have again. This is why people hate that. People say it would be so easy and understandable and respectable for Tian to say, yeah, of course. But I understand the purpose of the show. I'm still open to other, like we haven't been, there's no understanding that we're exclusive or anything. Like he could have just said, yes, I'm into her, but also I'm just looking to make friends, whatever. But he says, huh? What do you mean by mutual?
Huh? 什么?
Whoa.
So broadcaster Mimi is like, meaning you kind of like someone and they kind of like you too, like mutual interest. We're not. Zizi's like, huh? Netizens are so disgusted about this behavior. The fact that he's switching up, just everything. Even the fact that Zizi went from Bao Bao to him to just like, it's just disgusting, okay?
Considering what's happening in Love Island, USA, I feel like, when it comes to being fuckboys, men can unite. It's beyond race. There's fuckboys everywhere. And that's crazy because Now she's gonna second guess herself and feel like she was going crazy. I feel bad for the girl.
Okay? So that night, everyone has to send a message to the person that they're interested in. And Bao Bao, she sends her message to Tian, and she just is like, thank you for taking care of me on the date. She even includes in her message, like, if you want to get to know other guests but are worried about maybe like embarrassing me in front of the cameras, you can just tell me privately. Like, I really don't mind. Now, if you still want to continue going on dates with me, like, I would also really look forward to that. So that's all. And you seemed really tired tonight, so just get some rest. Good night. Like, it's very understanding. She's saying, like, I think she was even telling in the confessional, he was really cold when they got back from their date. And she feels like maybe he just kept saying during the audio recording that he likes her, you know, doing the things where they're signaling to each other because he wanted to save her face and not embarrass her. And she's like, but I don't mind that. Like, I just want everyone to be expressing themselves truly how they feel. And then Tian the next day tells her, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I think after hearing Zizi's experience getting bullied in school, I had similar experiences and I just want to get to know her. And all the comments were like, okay, you stupid ass bitches, get together then. Like, people were so annoyed. And again, as someone who has been bullied before, I'm not saying that these experiences are not true. I'm just saying they don't act like it. They don't fucking act like it, okay? So then everyone's like, just get together, you dumb hoes. Just get together. And this is how serious it is. In Asia, people don't tolerate bullying. It happens so frequently and so aggressively that if you are like, hey, I was bullied in high school, no one like discounts your story. Like, this is how bad they are. Just wait. So everyone's like, okay, you stupid bitches, get together then. And that night they do. After Baba goes to sleep, Tian and Zizi meet in the living room to talk.
After she goes to sleep.
Yeah, and Zizi tells Tian in the worst possible way. She's like, we all just feel like you like that one girl, you know, the one eating anchovy snacks. She doesn't even
She doesn't even
Bao
drop
Bao.
the name?
Yeah.
Eating anchovies?
Yeah. See, that's also what I hate.
Holy
That's what I
fuck.
hate so much. Let's say you're a dumb whore. I'm just kidding. I'm getting so mad. Let's say you're a dumb bitch, which is fine. We've all been dumb bitches. We've all been there, right? And you forget someone's name. I would look for a positive attribute. I would say, oh, you know the one with like the really long hair, or like the one with the long
What
eyelashes,
does eating anchovies mean?
or like the one you went on a date with.
She was eating
But
anchovies?
it's
What
like
is that?
so demeaning.
Yeah.
But in like the word, like a very conniving demeaning. It's
Yeah,
not like,
yeah.
oh, the one who's so clingy, because that's obviously a very bad thing to say.
Yeah.
But the one eating anchovy snacks, it's like, you know, the one stuffing her face with Cheetos. It's like,
Stephanie?
I love that one.
That's mine.
Yeah, the one with the onion breath, go get her. It's just weird. So she's like, yeah, the one eating anchovy snacks. You guys seem to have mutual interests, which again, you guys just talked about that like fucking 2 minutes ago. Do you have a bird brain? And then he's like, actually, it's not mutual, at least not for me. Really? Yeah. Netizens are disgusted by this. Again, no one's saying you have to be locked in. No one's saying you have to propose, but why are they so evil about it? Why? And this is not Love Island. Another thing to clarify, I think if everyone's coming in expecting messy, expecting just craziness, that's the show, right? But everyone thus far has been incredibly respectful.
Yeah. You can still explore, just be respectful. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, people are saying it doesn't even seem like Zizi and Tian have any chemistry. It seems people started putting it together. People realize that Tian is trying to get into acting and he has no job. So they think that he wants to go with Zizi for his career. And Zizi doesn't like the professor and wants someone to pay attention to her. And she's already tried. So among the other people, broadcaster Mimi has no partner. Chen71 and influencer Jay, both of them actually have a pretty dense online following. And so there's this idea, people think, that if she went after their guys, their online fans would just wreck her.
Okay.
You know, because you're dealing with someone, I guess, like she thinks she's dealing with someone who have online presence and like they could make a video about it. I don't know, right? So she doesn't go after their guys. And then Bao Bao, she just seems really soft and sweet. So she tries it there
Easy
and it
target.
works. Yeah, because it doesn't seem like she knows one shoe about Tian and gives a shoot. Like it just, why do they even like each other? Does evil just gravitate towards each other? I don't know. So that night, Tian texts Bao Bao, and he's just saying, like, I had a really good time getting to know you, but of course, I still want to get to know other people. I just want to make a serious choice later on, so I don't want to, like, lock anything down now. I hope you also make the right decisions for you. And it just seems like, okay, maybe it's going to be okay. Like, maybe they're going to be on the same page. Bao Bao says, when I received that text, I was half disappointed and a little bit unsure, but still, I didn't know. She's just saying the only thing she didn't realize, what she doesn't get from this text message, and I can see how she feels that way, is she doesn't know if this is a full rejection or if he still wants to get to know her as well. So she made it clear in her message, like, you can get to know other people too, and you can also still get to know me. Like, I would also love that. But he doesn't make it clear. It's kind of like, I don't know if I should even, like, does he just want me to back off? Does he not? I don't know. Meanwhile, the professor is just writing this long, lengthy message to Zizi of, like, the amount of inner strength it takes you to walk out of that darkness to be able to, like, he's just, like, so nice. Like, today when we spent time together by the lake, like, though some of your marks were casual, offhand marks, like, I could vaguely sense the emotional defenses that you carry. Like, at first I didn't quite understand them, but that's why they call him the professor. Like, he's just, like, spitting bars. He's just, like, a therapist, okay? If you're willing to trust me, I hope you'll give me more chances to, like, get to know each other. It was honestly really sweet. Like, I think if I were in that situation, I would perceive it as a really sweet message, because you just opened up to people who don't know you, and to have it was a thoughtful message in the sense of it wasn't vague. It wasn't, hey, you're so brave for doing that. Like, rip in the chat. Sorry you feel that way. Hope you'll feel happier. Good night. It was really specific.
Yeah.
It was really thoughtful. And she hits him with a, thank you for your kind words. Reading this really touched me. Actually, I don't have any strong stereotypes about artsy guys. Please get some rest. I hope everyone in the house tomorrow can take more time to get to know one another. And I hope you won't worry too much about me. Good night. Like, she is not into this guy.
Damn.
So on the fourth day, the couples continue to go on dates, and this time the men are still the ones choosing their female partners simply by submitting their decision. So they submit the name of the girl that they want to go on a date with to the producers. So Finance Bro, Chen71, they go off. Jico, Influencer J, they go off. Barry, not with PR Lily. It's not because he chose her, but Mimi, broadcaster Mimi, had no date the day before. So they actually let her choose her date. So he goes off with broadcaster Mimi, and PR Lily is not going to go. As for the professor, he chose Zizi. So I'm thinking this is just going to be a repeat of the last date with the canoe between the professor and then Zizi. That's what I'm thinking. We just do this every day, day in, day out, and then shit happens at night, and then we all spiral to our inevitable death on this planet. However, the door opens to the back seat, and in comes Tian. Tian is, the professor is like, what's happening? Tian's like, I'm your female guest. He's like, are you kidding? You're kidding, right? Why is it you? Like, did you get in the wrong car? No, I'm supposed to be in this car. Are you sure? Yeah. As it turns out, both of them have picked Zizi for their date. And the producers decided, you know what? Instead of the first person to pick, we're just going to let all of them date. So the professor looks shocked, Tian looks amused, and then the door opens to the passenger seat, and in walks Zizi. And the three of them, they start driving off. The professor is driving, Zizi is in the passenger seat, Tian is seated behind the professor in the back seat. And I just want to say, the energy in that car, it must have been so tense, because even the professor starts joking, I'm actually y'all's driver today. And in the end, people said, don't say things you don't want to manifest. Don't say anything that you don't want to be true, because that is exactly what happens. So the three of them are driving to their restaurant for the 3-person date. Zizi and Tian are just kicking, cackling, giggle shitting, like just non-stop hooting and hollering. They completely ignore the professor. Completely ignore. And even when Zizi first gets in the car, the professor is the one that's incredibly attentive to the details. He's adjusting her seat back so that she has more room for her legs. If she's feeling thirsty, okay, so there's this one point where early on, she's looking for water. There was only one water bottle that was provided in the car, and Tian already chugged it.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly. So then a little bit into the car ride, she keeps mentioning, like she mentioned water one more time. She's like, oh, I could really use some water right now. Tian doesn't even feel guilt that he's the one that drank the only water bottle in the car that probably wasn't even fucking for him. So the professor is like, oh, let me just quickly go to the convenience store right now. And she starts getting mad at him. She's like, oh, are you getting gas? Do we need gas? And the professor says, I'm just going to go get you some water. She's not moved. She's not like, oh my God, that's so sweet. So then he gets out and she's like, well, I don't need to get out then. So she's sitting in the car. Tian's in the back. And the minute that the professor leaves, Zizi is like, wait, how did you guys even pick this date? Like, did you guys choose to go on a 3-person date? Tian's like, oh, no, I didn't know. No, none of us knew. I didn't even know he'd be here. Like, none of us knew the schedule. And she's like, God, like, this is so weird. This is so weird. So I guess on the way to the restaurant, I'll sit in the front. And then on the way back from the restaurant, I'll sit in the back with you.
Bruh, what is going through her head?
Like, what do you mean you're going to sit in the back with Tian as if the professor is just an Uber driver? What do you mean by this? I don't understand. So then he comes back in with the water, and Zizi and Tian, they just chat away like they're the only two people in the car, as if truly the professor is a driver. Like, because I guess an Uber driver, you wouldn't be on a date and be like, oh, what's your favorite color? And then you wouldn't go to the front and be like, sir, what's your favorite color? Right? Like, you wouldn't do that. That's exactly what happens here. They're getting to know each other. They don't ever turn to the professor and say, what about you? How about you? What do you think? Nothing. I mean, it's just basic manners. Even if you don't like them as a romantic interest, it's just basic manners to involve everyone in the conversation when you're trapped in a moving vehicle, which, by the way, the professor is controlling. I'd be on my best behavior to the driver. I'd be like, are you okay? Do you need more AC? How do you like the music? No. She doesn't care. She's the one starting all the conversations with Tian. Tian is definitely enabling it, but it's a mess. And then at one point, they also realize that they have a mutual friend. So Zizi and Tian have a mutual friend, and she's just like so... She thinks this is like the funniest stand-up comedy. Like, I don't know why she's cackling and giggling, and everyone is just like, what's happening right now? She also previously said in previous, like they were asking her, what's your favorite, do you like to be outdoors a lot? And she says that she really hates loud environments. And everyone in the comments now is like, you're the only loud one in every environment. Like, what are you talking about? She's acting so excited. She's sending voice messages to her friend on her phone, like, call me when you're free. I have something really funny that just happened. Like, I have to show you. Call me. Did you get it? Oh my God. She's turning around like she's gonna be so shocked. Like, the world is so small. How do you guys are really close? Oh my God. Are you guys close? It's just a lot. They're just cackling. It's not even that funny. And you can tell that the professor left out, which I think something can happen like this where both people are so excited. And then the minute the excitement disappears, you're immediately like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry. Like, let me fill you in. So basically, I know this girl and I met her through A, B, C, and D. And then it turns out Tian knows the same girl. And like, sorry, it's just like a...
They didn't do any of that.
No, nothing. When they arrive at the restaurant, there are chairs placed out. So naturally, Zizi sits in the middle. Tian is to her left. The professor is to her right. And they're all eating a bunch of desserts. And she keeps starting the date with asking, like, how did this happen? How did this happen? How did this happen? When it's very clear that both of the guys decided that they wanted to go on a date with you and the producers let them at the same time. But it was very obvious that she's fishing for them to both say, oh, we both like you. We're so into you. We're obsessed with you. We're in love with you. Like, what do you mean? How the did this happen? Put 2 and 2 together. Sometimes you can do math quietly. You don't have to ask if this is true. People are like, what is going on? She just move on. So she's like, so what's going on today? Like, why are the three of us here together? Like, I really don't know. She says, I really don't know. Tian goes, you don't know? Actually, I don't know either.
Professor's like, am I the only one
that has a brain
that's getting play right now?
The professor is like, what do you think? And he asks Zizi the question, and she looks at him, and it's like blank, just blank. She looks at him, then turns to Tian and goes, what do you think?
Yo, they really should be together, those two.
Yeah,
they really should.
They clearly have the right
everyone
vibe.
is like, what the fuck is happening? So then Zizi lies and is like, I don't even think we've had a one-on-one interaction, you and me, Tian, which is a lie because last night they were having a one-on-one interaction.
Yes.
They had an interaction with broadcaster Mimi, and then they had another one, just the two of them after Bao Bao went to sleep.
Yes.
So what do you mean? So that's just a flat out lie that the whole nation is privy to. Who are you lying to? Just the professor? Like, what's wrong with you? So she's like, no, I really don't know, because Tian and I haven't even had a one-on-one conversation. Like, I don't know what's going on right now.
Oh my gosh.
Dang.
And the whole time, the conversation, the professor, even like when she first came, is just really good at making small talk. And I think at one point the professor was annoyed at Tian being such a playboy. And because I think the professor saw this for the first time. Tian was all over Bao Bao in group settings. And then suddenly Tian is acting like so ooh with Zizi.
Bao
So
Bao
he's like, what the hell is going on? The professor straight up calls it out and says, who were you with the past few days, Tian? He's like, I was with Influencer J and Chen71 for the first round of games and stuff. And then I talked to them. And then I started going on dates with Bao Bao. Like, it just seems like he's dating half the villa. And then even the professor says, oh, that's a lot. And he says, yeah. Professor says, I never imagined you and Chen71 would have any sort of chemistry. Like, when were you guys together? Oh, the first day when she was in that group with me. Oh, okay, yeah. The first day you guys went on that, like, sauna date, right? Yeah, when I got first place. Oh, yes, I remember. So he's trying to naturally fill ZZ in, like, you're not special, girly pop. Like, he's doing this to every single person. And he's not doing it in a rude way. None of it seems passive. It just seems like, let's just get it all out in the air. Like, let's be real here, right? Because you're not acting real. You're acting like a little fake bozo, so be real. And then Zizi immediately jumps in, never had a conversation with Tian, right? And she's like, from what I gather, I think Tian just wants to get to know more people, right?
The
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, everyone's like, are you his PR person? What's wrong with you? And he's like, yeah, I just want to get to know those that I'm interested in.
Yo, these two, like they want to dig their own graves together. Let them do it, right? But Professor is still like so obsessed with ZZ, right?
Yeah, and Tian is like, I just won't act rashly. I like to take things slow. And it just becomes this weird energy, and people are like, okay, how is the professor going to handle this? People start calling Tian the Sea King, which means you got a lot of fish in your
Hai
sea.
Wang.
Yeah, so he's a Sea King. And the professor is being really bright. Oh, and then Zizi does this bizarre thing. Zizi looks at the professor and is like, what do you think about Tian? I'm sorry, are they on a date? Do you want your boyfriends to be boyfriends? Like, what's going on? And so the professor, again, very polite, very wise, very sound of mind. He says, first of all, he's younger than me. He's very good looking and his face is skinny, but he also has a lot of collagen, so he looks really youthful. Tiana's like, thank you. At first, I assumed that I had a skinny face, but when I saw all of you guys here, I mean, your jawlines are amazing. It made me feel like my jawline was non-existent.
Goddamn.
I used to think I had a jawline. And Zizi is like, there's no need to compare. You don't have to hold yourself to such high standards. You're fine.
Wait.
I honestly think the professor has so much more aura than Tian. I'm so confused. Like, if you had both of them at a bar, the girly pops would love the professor.
Really?
The way he talks, the way he makes everyone feel comfortable. And then he's got this, like, he's got an aura. You know?
Yeah.
Tian?
But Tian was like, it's okay.
Yeah, Tian is just like... Tian, you know who Tian reminds me of? Okay, it's like when my mom has family friends. No, that makes it sound like I'm talking about someone in particular. I love the ones you guys have met, okay? But there are some other family friends. This is like when I was in high school. My mom has family friends. They have kids that are in high school. They bring them over, and then they're like, Sujin, come here. They're like, he's your age. And then I look at them and I go,
I guess I don't like boys my age.
okay, because it's just like, what about it? Like, what about you? That's what Tian looks like. That's his energy. He has no aura. He has no personality other than being a dick. Like, nothing. So then Zizi's like, there's no need to compare yourself, even though I'm the one that asked this dumbass question. And the professor is like, no, I'm just envious. And he's not saying it in like, I'm so jealous. He's like trying to uplift everyone around. And Tian says, oh, you don't have to be, because I'm really jealous of you too.
Oh.
Now, everyone is just trying to be polite. And I think the professor is like, this is so dumb. So he laughs and is like, what could you possibly be jealous about, right? And Zizi should have kept her mouth shut. But she like almost startles in her chair and she goes, yeah, what are you jealous of?
Oh my god, that's crazy. Yo, Zizi is like a real op.
No, she's such an op.
She's a hater.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, and then did they say anything?
So then he's like, I'm jealous that he's buff. Tiana's like, I'm jealous that he's buff. And Zizi, and she's looking at Tiana and is like, you don't work out?
所以你不锻炼，所以你
And the minute that she said this, it just kind of felt, and this is what I'm saying, like people who've been bullied get the energy because immediately the professor, he's the one getting dissed.
Yeah.
But he picks up that maybe Tian looks a little bit uncomfortable about this and he interjects and he says, he's very slender and it makes him look really tall. So I'm obviously very envious of that. Right? He's so good. But then out of nowhere, like the professor is the one smoothing out Zizi's bitch remark.
Yeah.
Zizi turns to the professor and is like, actually, it's because he has nothing that he wants to work out, so he doesn't have plans to like tone up. That's why he doesn't work out a lot.
Is she okay?
Yeah, and
what
everyone's
is she
like-
doing?
First of all, who even asked?
Is this your son? Like, what are you doing?
Yes! It's like, nobody said that. You're the one that said that remark. The professor's trying to be nice.
Yeah.
And you just said you guys had zero interaction. How would you know why he doesn't work out?
She has zero EQ, huh?
Zero.
What the fuck?
Everyone is so confused. Everyone's saying, just be together. In the comments, all the live comments are like, why don't you guys just get married if you know him so well? Why is the girl explaining for him? Are you his PR? People were so upset by all of this. And she just keeps talking nonstop. And the professor tries to tell her that she's doing great, okay? This is the thing that I don't understand about Zizi. She's so obsessed with being different. She's so obsessed with like, I'm an introvert. You won't stop talking. You won't ever shut up, right? So I'm sorry that no one believes you, Zizi, okay? But that's okay. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. She's like, no. It's because I'm forcing it.
What?
Like, she's always like, I'm so awkward. I'm so awkward. And the professor's trying to be nice. And he's always like, oh, but you didn't feel awkward. Like, you were doing really well. And she's like, yeah, because I was forcing myself to be. And it's like, okay. Now it's awkward, you weirdo. Like, what do you want me to say? When opportunity strikes, you have to seize it. Amazon Prime's same-day delivery helps you say yes before the moment slips away and turn maybe next time into yes right now. Got asked out on a last-minute date but have nothing to wear? Don't take a rain check. Say yes. Prime can get you the perfect fit just in time to make that dinner reservation. Did your best friend suggest a spur-of-the-moment road trip? Make it happen. Clean underwear and a travel pillow delivered before you can even pack the car. Are the kids begging for an impromptu astronaut-themed slumber party tonight? Say yes and make it epic. Prime gets you everything from glow-in-the-dark stars to a projector to popcorn fast. And the memories made in that spaceship fort made out of blankets, absolutely priceless. Say yes to the moments that don't wait. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to find millions of items delivered fast. Same-day delivery, it's on Prime, available in select areas. Terms apply. And then she turns to Tian and says, you can ask me some questions. So basically, the professor is asking a lot of questions, but it's very different from the very first night they all met. He's asking questions because it's incredibly awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's not because he's obsessed with Zizi, though that's what she thinks. She thinks that the professor is not giving Tian the space to ask questions. Tian is just a brainless little bobblehead. He doesn't have questions. He has nothing going on in that little brain of his. So she turns to him and is like, you can ask me questions. And Tian's like,
What?
he has no question. So he's like, he has no question. Okay? So then she goes, or you can ask me another time. Like when we're alone, basically, is what she's hinting at. But it's like, no, he just doesn't care about you.
I
Like,
think Tian wants to say, well, you can ask me some questions.
yeah.
They're both like, ask me. Ask me. What about you ask me? No. It's your turn to ask me.
Tian's like, why do you think you're here today? Did you like pick me too? Or like, why is the professor even here at this point? Nobody knows. And then Tian gets uncomfortable and he's like, oh, after these drinks, I'm starting to feel a little hungry. Ha ha ha. And Zizi knows where the province that Tian is from. He's from southern China, and apparently they eat a lot of like pork knuckles, right? And I don't know how she's an actress. Because, you know, have you ever seen interviews of actresses and actors?
Yeah.
They're charismatic.
Yeah, you have to be.
Especially
yeah.
the good ones. They're really charismatic. And you're like, Whoa.
Yeah,
You know how to talk in a way nobody else knows how to talk. That's my first time hearing a human talk. We should be talking that way. Like that's, and then this is how she's interacting. He goes, oh, I'm a little hungry. Immediately, she puts her hands up to her face like a telephone and she goes, hi, can I please get braised pork knuckle delivered here, please? And then she hangs up and she's so proud of herself. No, he has an empty face. He doesn't know what to say. No, really.
What are they
Tian
responding
is
to that?
giggling, and the professor's like, "The fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Like, what is that? That would just piss me off.
Yeah. Like, okay, I'm full now. Thank you.
Like, what do you even say to that? And people hate the fact that a lot of netizens were saying that Bao Bao has abstract humor
Oh, yeah.
because this is true abstract humor.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was this one moment, to give you a comparison, when they were grilling. I guess Bao Bao was trying to fill the silence, and she was like, I'd like to place my order, because he's doing all the cooking, right? And he's like, oh, what would you like to order? And she looks around, and it's a bunch of fish and beef. And like, obviously, it'd be lame to be like, oh, can I get a plate of beef and veggies? So she says, I would like sea-caught wild tiger prawn. Right? Something that's not there. And then he's like, okay, let me just go fish for it real quick. And it was like a hee hee ha ha moment. This is weird. If I had a girlfriend who was doing this, I'm expecting the hottest billionaire sitting next to her, because I'd be like, what has you acting so fucking weird? Like, why are you acting like a goof? Like, what is going on right now? That is not okay. Like, you would have to think that she's been hit on the head, has a concussion, and is dating a billionaire. You know what? Fuck billionaires. She's dating a nice guy who plays hockey, who also has a boyfriend. That is the only acceptable one. Anyway, so it gets awkward. So the professor is like, oh, pork knuckles. That's good. And then he looks at them and is like, do you guys have any food that you won't eat? And this is how I knew she was dumb. She goes, I don't eat any mushrooms. That's just mean. I really like mushrooms, so I was offended. And the professor is like, not any type of mushrooms? Yeah, I don't like any mushrooms. She's like, do you guys eat spice? And she's mainly looking at Tian. But Tian has never had an original thought, so he's still forming one. And then the professor is trying to fill the awkward silence. So he's like, sometimes when I make fish, I put bird's eye chili in there, and I'll put the chili. Is bird's eye chili even considered a chili?
God damn. What the fuck? Jeez.
So he's like, yeah, it is. Because is this even considered spicy? Also, is bird's eye chili even considered a chili? Is one of the most famous quotes from the show.
It's a chili, right?
What?
It must be a chili.
Because people are like, let's break it down. Is bird's eye chili even considered a chili? Okay. What the fuck? So the top comments were like, if bird's eye chili isn't a chili, what is it, a bird?
I don't even know that the spice.
pissed.
I didn't even know that a spice like that existed, with a name like that existed. What is a bird-side chili? It must be some Chinese things, because I have no idea what a bird-sized chili is. Also, the look that I wanted to do did not fucking give me what I wanted, because my Gitanes Americ thing was dried up. And I put too much product to undry it. So now I look, well, that's not what I wanted to look like. Sad. It is what it is. Sadly. Anyway, anywho, yeah. I don't even know what I'm gonna wear. I don't even know what I'm gonna wear. Because it's like hot outside, but it's raining. Maybe I should just stay home. Ugh. Anyway.
People are like, Professor, get in the car. We're going home.
We're going to the cottage.
Yeah, we're going to the cottage. Get the fuck out of there. Like, they're so. What do you mean? What do you mean? So we get it. You're not into the professor. You're just being so rude. Like, why do you talk to anyone like this? And he's the one making your date not awkward. So then Tian, like I said, bozo, he goes, I've even had braised pork knuckles for like an entire week once. Like, nobody asked.
Maybe
Why are you
before.
saying that? And she's like, really? And then later, Zizi is like, I feel like I just don't really know how to get along with everyone very well. And it seems like she's always, okay, she doesn't say it this time, but she said it multiple times to other guys that she's never lived in a dorm-like situation. And she's really nervous about like living with other girls and stuff. It's just pick me. It's just pick me. Hey,
Green tea.
Yeah, you don't get along with everyone because you're weird and they can sense it from a mile away. And she's like, yeah, I just, I don't get along with anyone. And the professor, again, just trying to be courteous. At this point, he's fed up, but he says, I think you're getting along with everyone very well. Yeah, but I'm forcing myself to get along with everyone.
God, she's forcing herself to go.
Okay.
Her way of speaking always starts with something negative.
Yeah.
Someone comforts her and she attacks back.
It's just so...
She's like, bah, bah, gotcha.
Take that. Piss on that, you little whore. No, I don't know. And she
good?
just keeps, she's so outgoing, so straightforward, but she keeps trying to pass herself as like this shy, introverted, soft girl. And it's like, it's okay not to be. You don't have to be that. I'm so tapped up here right now. She also says like she just has to force her be because she's a really passive person and she doesn't usually make efforts to get to know people, and she's a really private person. I think the reason that it's bizarre is there are a lot of girls like Bao Bao, for example, where you can tell that she's incredibly shy. Just her body language, the way she carries herself, but she keeps trying to make an effort to at least get herself out there. Meanwhile, she's like, let me share my secret. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me do this. And then she's like, I'm just like such a shy little girl. I'm just so shy. I don't know what you're talking about. And everyone is like, what the hell is going on? And so as she's sharing all of these feelings, Professor is trying to relate to her, resonate with her. And so he's like, yeah, I mean, obviously me too. And before I came here, I was nervous about sharing a dorm with the other guys. But I mean, we get along so well. It's like having a second family. And before he's even done, she just laughs and she's staring off into the distance. And she's like, I don't even remember what we were even talking about anymore. We were talking about fitting in and I elaborated on it earlier and now it's your turn. And he just gestures to Tian, right? He's like, we're all going around the room. And Zizi immediately shoots back and is like, we don't have to be rigid. Like, you don't have to be so serious. This isn't an interview. You don't have to answer that, Tian, if you don't want to.
Is this person
Why is she
all good in there? Like,
No.
behavior?
what is this energy?
So then the professor is like, we can talk about something else. Like, we don't have to have a specific topic. We can just chat. So after a few awkward moments, he looks at Tian, the professor, and is like, maybe you could ask something. And he's like, and he's saying it nicely. He's not being weird about it. He's like, you could ask something, Tian, if you'd like to ask anything. And then Zizi cuts in and says, why? Why does he need to ask anything? Like, is he the host or something?
God damn.
And then she starts laughing
What is
to herself.
happening?
This is fucking insane.
Yeah. And then it becomes awkward. Because the only reason it was not awkward so far was
Yeah.
because of the professor.
Yeah, yeah,
and now
yeah.
he's like, okay.
So okay.
So he stopped talking and she's like trying to act all cool, which by the way, this is why everyone is like, I don't know if she was bullied. That's
she
like the
could've still been
nicest
bullied,
comment
but,
people have been making. Other people are saying like, where's the senior? Bring her back. The senior that beat her up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, other people are saying justice for the
Don't do
senior.
that.
Others are saying, are we sure that she didn't start the fight with the senior? And then other people are saying like, are we sure the senior doesn't have more scars than she does and it was like a mutual fight? Other people are saying, I even want to beat her up. And it becomes so awkward and unbearable. Zizi goes, let me think. And she's trying to come up with a topic. She's like, let me think.
And meanwhile,
Tian? I think he was like sipping on his drink and stuff. Like, again, bozo. Like, why are you here, bozo?
What is going on right now?
A few seconds later, the professor turns to Tian and says, I'm curious, why didn't you go out with Bao Bao today? I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything. I just got the impression that you two had been spending a lot of time together. And viewers are really happy that he asked this question. He's like, that's a good question.
Yeah.
They're like, Professor, you're my substitute. That I want to know this too. Tian's like, well, on the first day, I already got to know two girls, Influencer J and Chen 71. Then on the second and third days, I got to know Bao Bao. But getting to know her doesn't mean I've made my decision yet. And then Zizi is like, but I thought you've already made up your mind about her.
Oh,
Wow.
And Professor is like,
good.
me too. But I think they're talking about different things. You know? And Tian's like, I already talked to her about this the other day and she gets it. Like, she gets that I'm trying to get to know people. Then out of nowhere, Zizi has a thought that she thinks is so comical and she starts giggling to herself. She's like, and everyone's like, are you okay? Like, if you hear voices, let someone know. And she's like, what I'm really curious about, though, I have something that I'm curious about, but, like, I don't know if I should say it here. Do you think we should talk about it next time, or should we talk about it now? And she's looking at Tian. It's just like,
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
This is why people, this is why people are like, I don't think she was bullied in high school. Because this is one of the biggest feelings of bullying is like when other people in your friend group and you're like lightly getting bullied, they have an inside joke and they keep looking at you and saying their inside joke and they're like, no, we can't talk about it right now. And then they look at you and it's such a visceral feeling that you never do that. If I'm talking about an inside joke with people, I'm going, hi everyone, I would like to publicly disclose our inside joke because we couldn't hold back the laughter and now I need everyone to know. But she's doing this so people don't believe that she was bullied. Instead, just don't talk about it. But she's like, should we talk about it now? Or like, should we talk about it later? And the professor is looking and Tian is like, maybe I should listen to it and just see what the question is. And he leans over and puts a hand out as in like whisper it in my ear.
Bro, these two are out of control, y'all.
And so she looks at the professor and is like, and he says, it's fine either way. You can say it in his ear, say it out loud, whatever. And he's very uncomfortable, but like, what is he going to say? No, wait for later. Be nice, you know?
Yeah.
So then she leans over, whispers in his ear, and then completely shuts out the professor. And people are just stunned because she's 24 years old.
Yeah. What the f?
I don't even think teenagers
This
do
is so
this.
fucking gross. Like,
Yeah, it's
so
not just
bad.
EQ anymore. It's not just like, oh, they
Yeah.
don't socially understand certain cues. It's just, you're just rude. You're
Yeah.
really, really rude.
yeah, they act like middle school bullies.
Yeah,
Like,
bullies. Yeah.
but did we hear what she said?
Oh yeah. So she immediately says it out loud too.
Oh, okay.
She's like, okay, like what I wanted to ask, and then she asks it out loud.
Okay, which was?
Was why you asked me to have a conversation with you last night in the living room. And this, everyone was confused because that's not really a crazy question. And also you just lied to everyone and said that you guys never had a one-on-one interaction. And then now she's like, so what I really wanted to ask was like, how are you brave enough to ask me for a one-on-one chat?
This got her kicking her feet. Yeah. This got her giggling and kicking her feet.
Yes.
She's like, "Oh, was I like that attractive?
Was I that hot?
Like, wow, what made you like call me out in the middle of the night? I must be really like attractive."
Like, is it because I'm the coolest actress you've ever met? Is it because I'm sexy and hot?
This is unreal.
And then the professor is like, yeah, you're really brave for your age. I would think that when I was your age, even though I'm not much older than you, Tian, you know, I just think about how I would have looked at things back when I was 24. So I think it's great that you're learning a lot from this experience. Like, he's just trying to make it a positive thing for everyone because it just got really uncomfortable after that.
Did he say it?
Yeah, he's saying, the professor is saying all this. Yeah, yes, she said it out loud.
But what about Tian?
Tian doesn't respond.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so
what do you mean he doesn't respond?
So the professor is like, yeah, I mean, you guys are really mature for your age. And he's complimenting Tian. And Zizi goes, no, you can't say that because it has nothing to do with age. Because that means that you probably think he's immature. But that means that you would think that I'm immature then because we're similar in age and you're older than us. And the professor is like, what is going on? And he just has no
This is
idea what to
very
say. And Zizi goes,
exhausting.
plus everyone experiences different things. So sometimes even teenagers can come across and be very mature. And then there are adults who are really, really immature. Like there are all sorts of people and it has nothing to do with age.
When is this date over?
That's what the professor wants to know. So after their disastrous dessert date ends, they get back in the car and they walk to the creek, okay? And there's like these little camping chairs set out near the creek. Zizi sits in the middle and Zizi is like, the weather is so good today. The professor is like, yeah, do you like the outdoors? And the question is obviously directed to Zizi, but Zizi answers and responds for Tian. It's weird. She's like, he likes it, but he also just like wants to lie here and enjoy it.
Huh? Why are we talking?
Everyone is so
This is
confused.
weird. Okay.
And Tian is like, not necessarily laying down. Yeah, not like laying down and enjoying it, but like when you go on a trip, like you prefer something that's not tiring, right? It's just so bizarre. It's like
Why are
she
we
thinks
talking
her and
for
Tian
him?
are a team, and it's like,
Why
okay,
is
go be
she
a team. No one wants you guys. Just
acting
be
like
honest
his
with
mom?
everyone and stop stringing them along and go be a team. Tian is like, yeah, which by the way, they're on a show. He's like, yeah, because I'm here to relax and I just want to enjoy myself fully before I leave. I was thinking about even extending my trip after we wrap shooting. Zizi is like, yeah, me too. Like I would choose somewhere with a better view, stay there and like do whatever I want, eat whatever I want. And the professor is like, oh, really? That's interesting because usually when I travel, I like to plan out the itinerary. I'm a stickler about people who follow strict schedules. Like it would just be, you're here to unwind. I don't want to be thinking about what I'm doing all day and the next day after that.
Yeah, that's still not INTJ. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is not how.
Yes, that's
Like,
so
what do you
true.
mean?
It's
Like,
very much not.
like we want to know the
true.
plan. You-
As an INTP, I feel triggered. You know, but no, Sushis is very obnoxious. Like I want to give her a chance. Maybe she's stressed. Maybe she, this is not a normal environment to be in. There's camera 24/7 watching your every move. It's not the craziest environment, but like, goddamn, girl. She's based on the way Stephanie is telling this story, she seems like an extremely unlikable person. Like, what the fuck do you mean you have me here defending a man? During Pride Month?
You want to follow the plan.
And then it's crazy because, I mean, obviously I have lots of things that I'm very stressed about, but I do notice if I tell him, hey babe, 10 minutes, the 11-minute mark, he's pacing a little bit. He's breaking down because it's been 10 minutes, right? So now I know. I'm like, give me 30. I'll be there in 29. No, but like she's like, why? Who needs a plan?
Who needs a plan?
Is that not crazy?
Yeah.
And then after
some people
disrespecting the professor, which by the way, all the bullet comments are like, justice for the senior, justice for the senior. And then other people are saying, sometimes there is a reason to get beat up. Okay, I don't know if I support that message, but you get what I'm saying.
I don't support
And
that
then all of a
message,
sudden
but I
she's like,
understand
an ant bit me. The professor immediately reaches into his pocket. Okay, the professor is a fucking INTJ. He reaches into his pocket and hands her bug repellent. That's very INTJ. She takes the bug repellent. You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
Sprays on Tian.
She sprays it on herself, sprays it on Tian, and then puts it on the ground in between her and Tian.
What is fucking
She
going
doesn't
on?
give it back. She doesn't give the professor his fucking bug repellent back.
And you're saying that the professor's still into her after
I
this?
thought
No.
I was socially
Oh, okay,
awkward.
okay. So, got it.
But he's still being polite. He
Yeah.
sees it and he's just like, you can tell his face is very tense, but he doesn't say anything. And anytime someone asks him a question or he talks, he's still very polite. He doesn't show anything. He's just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Okay, a few minutes later, they get up to leave because it's going to start raining soon. And they get up. We see her. We see her on camera. We see Zizi on camera. Her eyes look down at the bug repellent that she put on the ground. There was a coffee table in front of them. She didn't put it on the coffee table. She put it on the ground. She looks down at the bug repellent
And ignores it.
and walks away.
Okay.
And the professor looks at the bug repellent, picks
Oh
it up,
my
and puts it in
God.
his pocket. She didn't say thank you. She doesn't even have the respect to give him his bug repellent back.
What kind of upbringing will make someone act this way?
That's what people want to know. And everyone, even the producers, they asked her in the confessional, like, tell us about the bug repellent. And she says, after I used the bug repellent, I just handed it to Tian casually. That's not what happened. She's rewriting history. She spritzed it on him. Okay. And then she put it in the ground. And then she said, I totally forgot it was the professor's. And then she says, you know, the professor is really good at taking care of people and he's a really nice guy, but I just don't get butterflies when I'm around him.
We can tell.
Nobody's on her side.
Yeah.
Nobody's on her side.
We can tell.
But this is just a drop in the bucket. Because on the way back, I guess those two losers don't know how to drive. And I say that as someone who has very, very interesting driving history, right? But they don't know how to drive, okay? I think. Because I don't know why the professor is driving yet again. You would imagine that maybe Tian drives on the way back so that she can be a passenger princess both times. But on the way back, she immediately sits in the back seat. The professor gets in the driver's seat. Tian gets in the back seat. And she's like, can I sit in the back to eat snacks? But she's already inside the car. What is he going to say? No, get your ass in the front. So he's like, okay, sure, right? But no one with any basic manners would do this. Why are you treating him like a driver? And then she's like, do you want this yogurt drink? And she's asking the professor. Oh, I'll drink it later. No, I can open it for you. Yeah. Okay, I'll drink one. Thanks. Oh, but you need to drive. No, I would like one. No, you're driving. And then she goes, rejected. Like his request to have a yogurt drink.
You can drive and drink.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Eventually, she does give it to him. And later, he was just saying to the confessional, like, I was just trying to be polite and reject the drink. But then I decided maybe it is a long car ride and I wanted one. And then as they're driving, the professor tries to strike up conversations. He's like, I thought this was going to be a long hiking trip at first, but I guess they didn't make us hike. They just had us sit near the creek. Mm-hmm. They ignore him.
Ignore him.
Yeah.
Reject it.
Yeah, and they're like going through the snack bar, or like the snack bag in between them, and Zizi is like, ooh, let's eat more of this one. Ignore him. They don't even acknowledge that he said that. Wow. Yeah. And the professor calmly said in his confessional later, like, there were a lot of things that made me pretty upset throughout the day. You know, and I had asked her yesterday if she wanted to keep getting to know me, and she gave up the okay hand symbol, which is why I picked her for a date today. I could obviously feel that she was brushing off any and all of my attempts to talk. Her attitude towards me was really unresponsive, but something that I really didn't understand about the date was like, what did I do to offend you so much? I didn't do anything. No one would treat me like this for no reason. I've never been treated like this for no reason when I haven't done anything wrong. If she wanted to create distance between us, she could just have nicely made it clear that she's not interested. I just thought that all of this was unnecessary. She could have just told me straight up instead of using these incredibly childish gestures to make it obvious that she doesn't want me. Yeah. So everyone was just applauding the professor and how he carried himself, because even the way he commented on the situation, no one would have been upset if he lashed out in the confessional of like, that was honestly insane. Like, that, I hated that. She was crazy. Like, no one would have been upset. But even then, he's just like, I wish this didn't happen the way it did, because she could have just talked to me. Meanwhile, Bao Bao didn't go on a date that day, and she's just at the villa, and she slept most of the date. She ends up crying with the producer because she's just saying that she's really confused, and I don't think that she's being dramatic. She's even telling the producer it's hard because obviously she's in a very weird situation being on this show, and the emotions feel a lot more heightened. And because she didn't go on a date, she's had a lot of time to overthink everything nonstop. All she's been doing all day is overthinking, and she's very confused. Yeah. And she's even saying to the producer, like, I don't know if I feel really upset and emotional because I'm in this type of situation and setting where we're all in the villa together, or if that's how I genuinely feel about him. Like, I'm just so lost and confused, and I don't know what I'm doing or going on. Like, she's just confused. Then that night, when everyone gets back from their dates, they're having this massive garden dinner party. Everyone's going to dress up in suits. Everyone's going to wear really nice dresses. So the girls come and they sit first, and there's empty chairs in front of them. Obviously not an even number, but it's practically like in front of them. So it's each guy comes one by one, and most of them are just going to pick where they want to sit.
Yeah.
You guessed it. Barry comes. He's not even looking at anyone else. He's like, PR Lily, I'm sitting right here. He sits in front of PR Lily. Finance Bro comes, immediately sits in front of Chan 71. There's not even like a thought process. They don't even think. They're just like, oh my gosh, sit down. And then Tian comes out. So there's seats open in front of Bao Bao, Influencer Jay, Broadcaster Mimi, and Zizi.
Zizi?
He sits in front of Bao Bao.
Why?
After going on a date with a different girl. And so Bao Bao, she looks really hopeful. She actually looks like, oh, he got a chance to get to know other girls, and he still wanted to sit by me today. So she gets really happy. She looks so excited. Yeah. Chico sits in front of Influencer Jay. And then the other seat in front of Zizi, the professor has to sit because it's the only one open. It's like in between broadcaster Mimi and Zizi. And he comes out with a haircut. So he's still
You're fucking kidding me! He chopped it all off?
It wasn't like the biggest haircut, but yeah.
It's shorter?
Yeah.
Bruh. And then he sits down in front of Zizi?
Yeah, I mean, not that he had a choice.
Uh-huh.
But he does, and Zizi looks pissed.
Like, did she comment on the hair?
No, but everybody else did. And like, he does look good. Not because I think it's still kind of long, but I think it's just the way he styled it. Like, he put extra effort into styling. And also, everyone's wearing a suit, so everyone looks better, right?
Yeah.
But everyone was like, oh my God, you look like one of those Italian, like, old money dudes. Like, you look hot. The guys are like gassing him up. And Zizi is like, And I'm like, Zizi, out of everyone here, you look the least actressy. Everyone here is fucking mogging you, okay? Like the girly pops, all the other girls are like in biomedical engineering and shit. They're mogging your ass. When you put her next to Bao Bao, I would think Bao Bao is the celebrity. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And Bao Bao acts more poised, holds herself with way more grace. So they have this whole dinner, and even when they do a cheers for the night, Zizi breaks her wrist so that she doesn't have to clink glasses with the professor that's sitting in front of her. So then afterwards, they're going to do this whole game, which, by the way, Influencer J was rushed to the hospital.
What?
Yeah, so previously, right before this night, I think she slipped on something and almost broke her ankle. So she has an injury. She can't really go on a lot of active dates. And Jiko was like, oh, if you can no longer film this show and go home, I'm probably going to go home too. But the producers were like, okay, you guys are doing too much. You guys can both stay and like just maybe no hiking dates. So they're really cute. So then they're going to do these like couple activities together. There's going to be games. And because Influencer J is injured, she's going to be the one giving directions on the games. Now, they're going to pair up in couples and they're going to do whatever Influencer J wants them to do. So whether that be, okay, pick each other up and spin in a circle 3 times. Do this, do that. It's like random Simon Says stuff. And then there's a rose in the middle. And once she says, now grab the rose, the first couple to grab the rose is going to get the rose. Like they win the game. You don't win anything from this game. You just win the game. And so then Tian, the numbers are odd. So Bao Bao is the one that didn't go on a date today because there's more girls than there are guys. He looks at Bao Bao and then goes, Zizi, do you want to be on a team? And Bao Bao says, like, it was just really kind of shocking because he sat in front of her during the dinner.
Yeah.
And then it's just like he knows, everyone knows that she's going to be left out again today.
That's crazy.
If he doesn't pick her because no one else was interested in Bao Bao at the time. So it just like is weird.
Yeah.
You guys just went
Why
on a
is he
date. Like,
doing
you guys
this
got
to
to go out the
her?
villa. Like, give the girl her game if she wants, right? But no. Zizi and Tian get together. PR Lily and Barry, obviously. Finance Bro and Chen 71. And then now Bao Bao and the Professor become a team, not because they want to, but just because they have to. Influencer J is sitting it out because she's injured. And Jiko is also sitting it out because he doesn't want to be with anyone other than Influencer J. So they're doing all these tasks. And there's this table with the rose in front. So Bao Bao and the Professor are going up against Tian and Zizi. So they're doing all of this, and then all of a sudden she's like, grab the rose. Professor reaches for the rose and he picks it up, but then the minute that he picks it up, because he's won, he notices it's just the stem. The rose part had fallen off. So he's just holding the long stem of the rose. And then both Tian, the motherfucker, and Bao Bao look down at the ground, and the rose is in between their feet. Tian,
Fucking Tian,
what
huh?
would Tian do? Tian just went on a date with another girl, chose the other girl, sat in front of Bao Bao. Like, it's very obvious the gentleman thing to do, even if you're not, like, I think in general is like, let her grab the rose.
Yeah.
She's had such a day too. But in the end, he's like, I'm gonna get the rose. He swoops down so fast
Snatches it.
snatches the rose, and he's like, guys, I got the rose. And then he looks at the professor and goes, mine's a real rose. Yours doesn't even count. And Zizi on the side is like, exactly.
What? Wow, they're perfect for each other.
Everyone's like,
are.
go ahead and date and remove yourselves from society, please. Like, go be a menace in each other's lives. They're a match made in heaven. No wonder you guys are into each other. You guys are both assholes. And then they go and do a rematch. And this time, Bao Bao just snatches the rose for herself. So her and the professor win. And everyone is like applauding. Everyone at the dinner table is applauding because they're like, what is this shit?
That's
They're all
funny.
like watching this like, what just happened?
So other people don't like the other two?
No.
Okay.
And everyone's saying, Bao Bao looks really good with the rose. Like, yes, Bao Bao, you don't need a man. And they keep winning all the other games. They did, I think, charades. They did some other games. Professor and Bao Bao keep winning. And it's very clear that the netizens want to ship them, but they're definitely not interested in each other. But they're very friendly. Bao Bao even sends her text message to the professor that night. But it's like a very platonic, like, thanks for having fun with me in the games. As for the professor, he doesn't send a message to anyone. I think a lot of the reasons why netizens have gravitated towards characters like Influencer J is because of these moments. So after the whole games, because Bao Bao and Professor won most of the games, they each get a wish from the producers. They can use that wish whenever they want throughout the show. Professor uses it for the next day. And then he texts the producers, tomorrow I don't want to go on a date with anyone. I just want to use the car and go on a date with myself.
Wow.
So that's Professor's wish. She's
That's
like,
a
I just
dating
want
show,
some time by
though.
myself.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then Bao Bao is really depressed in the room. And Influencer J comes up to her and is just saying, like, I noticed that you were a lot happier when we first started filming, when we first got here, and you seem like more and more down. Is everything okay? And she's just trying to explain, like, we're stuck in this setting with certain rules about the dates. And I think you got too immersed in it. And I think you're letting it get to your head. But think about it. When you leave in a few days, you're still the same person. Nothing happened. Like, you're still going to be just as happy. Life is going to go on. And she's like giving really good advice that is not just like, feel better. Come on. You're so hot. Anyone would be lucky to have you. Like, it's not that. It's just very genuine. But then, right after Influencer J leaves, Bao Bao is in her bed trying to get better, and she just hears the loudest laughter coming from downstairs, and you can just tell it's Zizi and Tian. So remember that mutual friend they have? They FaceTime that mutual friend. And I don't know why Tian starts doing this, but he starts doing a really high-pitched Mickey Mouse voice. And he goes, look who it is! And so loud. They put the friend on speaker. They're laughing and talking at full
I
volume.
would
Just
hate
no
that.
mind in the world about everyone else that's taking a rest right now. Zizi is laughing and she's just, and she's like, is he like this in real life? Like, tell me so if I can see if he's faking it for the show. Like, when did you guys meet? Are you guys class? Zizi's asking a bunch of questions, and some of Tian's responses were really alarming. At one point, when she's asking how long did you guys know each other, Tian goes, I knew of her before she was even of age, which I think is really weird. A lot of people think that she just recently turned of age, because if that were not the case, he would say, oh, we knew each other before we were even of age. That would be like, oh, we both go way back to when we were both young.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
And then does that make sense? And there's no way that she's older than him, because then he would say like, oh, I knew her when I was like 10.
Yeah.
And then the fact that that's his gauge for when he knows a girl is really bizarre.
Yes.
And so she's like, ha 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 ha, like, you know, I was here for a few days and I had zero interaction with him. It wasn't until the second day we finally interacted and I realized that you guys two knew each other. Ah! And Bao Bao is in her bed and she's looking so depressed because she can hear them just cackling. So then, hearing them giggle, she sends a text message to the producers. She says, I want to see Tian's message to Zizi tonight.
Tian's message to Zizi?
Yeah, and they send it to her.
Why would she do that? Why?
And
likes
it
pain
reads, were you happy
and misery.
today? I have a feeling we have a lot of common topics to talk about. What do you think?
That's it?
Yeah, and Bao Bao immediately when she sees this, she regrets it. And she starts telling the producers, like, I don't know why I did that. Like, I don't know who I'm becoming. Like, I feel like I'm just so lost by his different mixed signals. But I feel like I invaded his privacy and I feel really bad about it. And she's just like having a mental breakdown because she has a moral code and nobody else does.
Oh. Dude, she's getting
Damn,
fucked
girl.
up in like 2.5 days.
Yeah, I know. And then right after that, before the night ends, the producers are like, hey, Bao Bao, Tian wants to talk to you.
Oh my god.
So then she goes out to talk to him and she's feeling all this guilt of seeing that message, but she doesn't want to say that to him. So she's just like, I feel really guilty because I think that I've been putting way too much pressure on you to just talk to me, and maybe you were doing it to save face. Like, I truly don't mind if you want to talk to other people. I just want to know what's going on, so I know that I'm not being too pushy. Like, maybe you're trying to nicely reject me, but I don't get that message, and so I just keep trying to talk to you, and I don't want to be a burden on you in that way. And she's just like spilling her thoughts.
And now is the time for someone to nicely tell her, right?
Yeah, and then she's like, I just feel so guilty because I feel like I've been getting mixed signals and reacting in a certain way. And he says, you don't have to feel guilty. Like, you don't have to feel that way. You're overthinking things.
So he did not turn her down, basically,
He's
right?
like, in this type of process, it's just really good to express your wants and thoughts. Like, knowing what you want is really important, you know? And everyone's getting to know each other. And in the end, they'll take everything they've learned and make a decision. And that's all it is. It's just a completely normal process. It's not that complicated. This isn't a competition. No one's getting eliminated. Even if you don't end up with anything, it doesn't mean you're a failure or that you're unlikable. It's not like that at all. Just treat this as an experience. As long as you have no regrets, that's enough. I also think it's just a really interesting experience to have for us, right? And she's like, yeah, I guess that's right. And he's just saying, you need to listen to yourself and be selfish. You should just go after what you want. And people are saying this is really toxic because it's very clear. And she's made it clear to him that he is who she wants. Yeah. And he's saying, like, keep coming after me, baby.
Exactly.
Keep it up. That's what I want. And Bao Bao, I think a lot of people think that because she studied a lot, had really insane good college entrance exams, and maybe she had spent a lot of time during high school, college just studying, that she hasn't had as much romantic experience. Because right after this, in the confessional, she's like, I feel like after talking to him, I feel really happy because I think he made the situation. I realized I was just too in my head thinking too much, and he made it seem like it was much less serious, and we went back to the lightheartedness that we were having before, and it was just very light and happy and chill. And he shared his thoughts with me, and maybe it's because every date that I've ever been on, I just take it too seriously. And to him, going on a date doesn't necessarily mean he's committing to someone. He's just thinking, oh, if I go on this date, I'm getting to know someone, so maybe like that's how it should be. But unlike him, I just treat everything too seriously.
I hate when a bad bitch second guess herself. I hate when a bad bitch is overthinking because of a man. Free yourself.
Says, in the end, it just made me feel like I still want to get to know him and I still have a chance.
Missing.
People said she got PUA'd, which is the thing that they say in Chinese, which PUA, pickup artist. Yeah, she got brainwashed or something. And she even asked about his date. And she's like, oh, how was your date today? And again, another opening for him to say, it was really good. I really liked getting to know Zizi. I think that we have a lot of connection, right? Mm-hmm. He says, today was like the three of us. Oh, was it awkward? It was super awkward. Yeah, it was super awkward. And he's just acting like he didn't enjoy the date at all. Well, it was super awkward for the professor. Like, cut your shit. Let's be real. At the end, Bao Bao goes, then would you hope that I pick you tomorrow for a date? He's silent. Do you not have other guys you want to get to know? Oh, the others are like all really locked in. If I go, I would just be a third wheel. How am I supposed to get to know them? That's true. If you want to pick me, then just follow your own heart. It's normal to want to get to know me, right? And she's like, if I pick you, then you won't be able to go on a date with other people. And that would just be awkward, right? Or don't feel pressured. If you want to keep getting to know me, that's completely normal. It's all part of the process of getting to know each other. You can be brave and make your own decisions.
Bitch, what does that mean? Do you want to go on a date, yes or no? Oh my God, it's a yes and no question. Not a, just say yes or no. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? I don't understand this brand of communication. Be serious.
It just is. It's the same as Zizi. Like, I'm enjoying having two girls fight over me. Like, fight over me some more. Yeah. That's the vibe that Tian gives. Oh yeah, but he's having 2 girls fight over him, and ZZ has 2 guys fighting over her, and people are like, "This is so ick." So the next day, everyone is going to continue picking dates, but we don't know if it's like the girl's choice to pick and the order of choosing, whether it's a game or not. But before all of that, Chef Barry the American is making breakfast for everybody. Everyone comes out to eat. Bao Bao sits at the very edge. Finance bro sits next to her, and while everyone is eating, she leans over to the finance bro, Bao Bao, Bao Bao. Our girl Bao Bao, and she says, starting today, I'm going to randomly pick a couple and torture them. The first person I'm going to torture is you. And Finance Bro looks completely confused, so she repeats herself. She repeats herself, and Bao Bao goes,
You know, at this point, I think that she was, as an actress, maybe she was brought in the villa to cause chaos. You know, maybe that's part of her contract. Although I feel like in this day and age, because of social media, I wouldn't do that. Like, I would never sign myself up for bullying. Ever. If I get bullied by the internet, it has to be for something that, fuck, I didn't know or whatever. But not willingly signing a contract like, yeah, I'm gonna go there and be an absolute pest and everybody's gonna hate me. The internet exists. Girl, don't do that.
I said, today I'm going to randomly pick a couple and torture them. And today is you. Congratulations.
What is that? Oh my god, she got fucked up. Oh my god, they broke her.
Her brain is broken.
Holy shit. She don't even know what she's saying.
She repeated it like 10 times. And he just keeps going, torture. And she's like, torture. And that is where I leave you with part 2. And I just want to say, the next episode, this next podcast part, this date goes down in history. Every single Chinese netizen has lived this date once, rewatched it 10 times, and now we live to tell the tale. So stay tuned for part 3. And I'll see you in the next one.
Don't joke about being Tien and ZZ's driver. I'm not gonna watch part 3 tonight, but because I'm late as fuck. I'm supposed to join a raid to go catch a legendary Pokemon. And I wanted to have like a interesting Pokemon-ish inspired look. And it's not, well, the lashes are helping a lot. The lashes always kind of help make sure that the look is cohesive and whatever. But anyway, I gotta do my bronzer, blush, highlight, lips, hair. And this is why it's hard for me to date. Because if you tell me it's gonna be at 5, it better be at 7. But I digress. I gotta go. This was an interesting episode. We got, I guess, those 2. The last one was 3 weeks ago. Alright, so I guess the series is over. So, yeah. We're gonna watch the next one. I don't know when. I never know when. I don't have a fucking schedule. I need one. But as of now, it's gonna be next time. When is next time? We will see. Peace. Mwah. Take care. Bye-bye. Un jour je serai la meilleure dresseur. Je me battrai sans répit. Tant, 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 je ferai tout pour être vainqueur et gagner tous les défis. Je parcourrai la terre entière, longtemps avec espoir. Tant, 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 les Pokémon et leur mystère, le secret de leur pouvoir. Pokémon, attrapez-les tous, c'est notre histoire. Ensemble pour la victoire, Pokémon, rien ne nous arrêtera. Notre amitié triomphera. Pokémon, mes bras notre âge. Un voyage d'apprentissage, ça demande du courage. Pokémon.